Door-to-door salesman or door-to-door soul winning? Which one? What do I mean by that? I was talking with my wife the other night, and I was making the comment, and she says, you should make a video and talk about this. All right, fine, I'll make a video and talk about this. You know, for years and years, we have seen the same thing when it comes to soul winning. Whether it's the Baptists, whether it's the Mormons, whether it's the JWs, it's the same thing. There's a guy walking up your driveway or your sidewalk, and he's got a suit and tie on. That's it. He's coming up. You know what he's there for. You know he's not there to buy a cup of sugar. You know he's not there to ask you if he can help you with your truck in the driveway. You know he's not going to do that. You know why he's there. He's either from the government or he's from a local church somewhere. Every time, those two things. That's what goes through your mind. And then you go into this. You go into just turn the lights off. Kind of disappear. Sound familiar? Absolutely. Because what happens? They come up to your door. And this is the way, to me, is the way they sound. I've had Mormons at my door before, JW. Everybody's had these folks at the door. And what happens? They go, hi, my name is Stephen. If you died today, do you know where you would be tomorrow? You know? Or let's see. Well, how about this gospel track like that? Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Did you know that there was one way to heaven? Would you like to hear about it? I never understood why that was the approach. As if there was a textbook manual given by the government with the same thing. I'm like, why do you the same approach? When you walk up that driveway, you see something. I used to tell people in sales, in retail business, when I used to be in retail, and even further back in time, you got about 3 to 5 seconds to analyze the person in front of you. You have 3 to 5 seconds to figure out when you're walking that driveway how you're going to break the ice with this person. And don't just make up some dumb thing just so you can look cool with this person. Number one, stop wearing a suit and tie. Because already you're already putting out there that you're better than they are. We have a problem with that. We got to stop doing that, because in your everyday life, you wear a shirt, a t-shirt, you wear a pair of jeans. So why do you feel like you have to be that type of different? Now, we talk about the Bible. We are supposed to be different. We're called to be different. Absolutely. But when you try so hard to be different, you cross a line, in my opinion. So when you're walking up that driveway, you see the Camaro out there. You see a stone wall that you know the guy just built, or a well. You find that item, and you walk up the door. First of all, they might answer the door because you look like you're in jeans and a t-shirt. They're like, oh, who's this guy? No big deal. They answer the door. You don't look like the government or some religious fanatic. How about that? So you've already got a step here. You're already one step ahead. You've got that person to open the door. Now you've got to keep the door open, and not by putting your foot in the door. Not going, hey, you're not shutting this door on me. You see the driveway. You see flowers. You see anything. You use whatever you can. Especially for something you're like, Camaro. I used to love Camaros. A Mustang. I used to love Mustangs. I'm using those examples, but there's different examples you can use. Maybe he built something. Maybe there's a cool looking well on his property that looks pretty neat. And you're like, wow, that's a pretty cool well. Yes, it's selfish on that person's part to need gratification of something they did. But it doesn't hurt you to compliment something either. That is the best way, in my opinion, to get on their good side. They're going to listen at that point. You've already shown interest in them instead of you making them listen to you. So maybe you have something. For me, I whatever gospel track here. You hand this gospel track and I'm like, hey, can I come in and we could talk for a while? Not going to do that. Hey, here's a track. I don't have it on the back of this particular one, but here's my podcast, my YouTube channel. Listen, if you're interested, check the channel out. You won't hear a bunch of nonsense and crazy stuff and garbage, and you're not going to find that there. You'll find politics, you'll find God, you'll find all of that. You'll find, when I say politics, I'm like, you should vote for Trump. I don't mean that. I mean, we talk about world issues. Check it out. It'd be great. I hope it's something that'll be helpful for you. Here's a gospel track, and my email's on there. Any questions, if you're not saved, would love to get you there and help. Just let me know. He's most likely going to take that track. But if you go, hey, you're going to go to hell, so hurry up and take this track, because you're going to burn. You have plenty of time to tell them that. You don't have to be over the top now. I'm not saying there's situations out there that you don't have to be over the top. I'm just saying you don't have to do that. You don't have to look like you're better than them. You don't have to act like you're better than them. You don't have to speak as if you're on a higher plane than they are. There's no need for that. None whatsoever. You don't need to flex your philosophical wisdom. Your prowess in... Well, I know what you mean. I've read Plato, and Plato's Cosmology, and I've read Tertullian, absolutely. Pliny the Great, or the Elder, rather. You're not going to win souls that way. You're not bringing anybody that way. You just look like you're pompous. You look like an arrogant jerk. Perhaps talk to them like somebody talked to you once, normally. And with passion, and with concern and love. Don't push them. You want to push them, they ain't coming. They're not going to come to your church or anywhere else. They're not coming. It's just not going to happen. Very rarely is it going to happen. So, for me, that's the approach to take. Don't sit there and go, hi, my name is Stephen, and I am a born-again Christian. Don't follow a script. Follow what's in your heart. Follow what you see when they walk up the driveway. Bring that into a conversation. Let them know that you actually care about how cool that thing looks. I'm like, that's a nice lawn. You did a great job on that. Well, we shouldn't care about those things. I mean, they're not godly. Well, good luck. Good luck bringing the Bible to the lost if you're going to be sitting there thinking that way. Alright, well, that's my video tonight, or today, evening, whatever I got going on here. Have a great night.